Hi, I'm back. I had to come outside because my dad came downstairs, and when I make videos and he's downstairs, he talks to me, and I'm talking to him, so he's going, what? So I did my chickpea salad. I wanted to show it to you. This is so difficult to do on a laptop, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Hopefully you can see that. And that is 1 can of Goya chickpeas, a half of a big. I had made a video to show you these huge avocados that I got. We don't get really the big smooth green ones. We don't get them here often. We usually get the Haas ones, the bumpy ones. But I was able to get two big ones of the ones that I used to eat when I was growing up. And so I have half of one of those in there. A small can of sliced black olives. Cherries, a couple of cherry tomatoes. I didn't realize we had any, so a couple of cherry tomatoes sliced up, half of a cucumber, um, about a quarter of a cup of chopped red onion, um, feta cheese. I just dump it in because I love feta cheese, and lemon juice, uh, organic vinegar, and olive oil. And then I have some of the dried seasonings that I got from the same place. It's all organic. We went to some food fair or something the other, and we got these dried seasonings. It's zesty garlic I put in there, and I put red pepper flakes, also, and some salt and pepper. So that's gonna sit and kind of, let the flavors blend together, and I'll have that later for lunch. Today's smoothie is something new, and I'm gonna taste it for the first time while I'm talking to you. So let's see. Mm. Mm. Okay. Woo! This is half of a frozen banana, tablespoon of peanut butter, sugar-free chocolate syrup, vanilla almond milk, and agave. OMG. And my protein powder and my chia. Yeah. Mm. She thinks something exciting's going on. So look. She thinks look. She thinks there's something good going on. So, anyway. Whoa. Sorry about that. My bad. It has been raining here since Friday. And when I say raining, I mean raining. Steady raining. Which is good though because the crops need it. This is apple country too. Well, all of upper New York is apple country. Apple and dairy. Um, so we're gonna go apple picking in the beginning of September because I love my Honeycrisp apples. I love them, and I'm gonna get them before the people come from all over the world to come pick up all the damn apples. But they said the apples are gonna be super sweet this season because we've had so much rain. So I was talking about this woman. So I think her problem was, and this happens a lot with Fred and I, and I'm not bragging or being conceited, but I look younger than I am. So when everyone first met me in Fred's, as people started meeting, the rumors started going around that I was in my late 20s, which, wow, I was cool with that. So those rumors started going around, but then when everybody started meeting me, they're like, wow, she doesn't sound like it. And then I say I have a 20-year-old, 18-year-old son. And so the initial thing was, wow, where this young black chick come from? She's trying to, like Fred's got so much money. She's trying to, what's she doing? Like, why is she with him? She's, whatever. And then when everybody realized we're still 12 years apart, but it's a lot different than what they were thinking. They were, thinking it was 30 years apart. So, so it was hard breaking into the circle, with these people. And I didn't care. That's another thing. Like, I didn't really want to break in the circle because, whatever. I'm not interested in that circle. Not for nothing. If I wouldn't hang out with you, if I met you on the street, then I don't really care to get to know you just because you happen to be someone that I love. No, I'm gonna be cordial, but I'm not going. We're not spending. Like we're not going skipping to the mall and holding hands and singing kumbaya. I'm not doing that. I don't. That's phony to me. I don't need to do that. I have friends. So anyway, this woman, oh, she sucks the air, and every single thing is about her. Case in point, the last time we went down there, there's another friend of Fred that it's actually not a friend of Fred. It's a friend of his brother's. It lives in Brooklyn, and when we went down the last time, I think it was around Christmas, it was after New Year's, not this year, the year before. And since we had gone down there, and actually I think that's the last time I was down in the city with that. And so we went to Staten Island, and then we went and met this woman that was a friend of his brother's that I had gotten close to on Facebook, which I had never met her. We talked on the phone and everything, and I had never met her. But since we were down there, we went out and we went for drinks and we stayed over her house. But we couldn't tell Linda that that's what we were doing. Linda is his friend in Staten Island because she wanted us, like we're down there to see her. We're only supposed to see her. So we had gone to breakfast, brunch at a really nice place that morning, and then when we went back, we started packing our stuff up, and we headed to Brooklyn. But we didn't tell her we were going to Brooklyn. I didn't think anything of it. Fred was the one that was like, maybe we shouldn't tell her. I was kind of like, I don't care whether she knows or not, but whatever, I'm not telling her. This chick found out, and she called him. She knows she did not call me, and scolded him. Why would you come down to visit me and then leave early to go visit Helen's friend? He said, it's not Helen's friend, it's my brother Danny. Why'd you even explain this to this woman? But anyway, this is how she is. I mean, she's in her 50s. Come on. So I'm going to have to get my head right because I got to and be all, and deal with her. Because my instinct is to just say, you know what? You need to go see a therapist, okay? Because it's not about you. And here's the thing. She was a special ed teacher for all these years, like years and years and years and years. And a parent made a complaint about her last year, saying that she was, I don't know, that she said something inappropriate or something like that. And they actually, took her off, like demoted her and took her out of the classroom, and now she's administrator. Now, one parent, after you've been a teacher for 20 some odd years, special ed, and supposedly you this, great teacher, and one parent says something, they're not going to demote you. This was coming. She just putting her spin on the story so that she could, but she'd have gotten one too many person's business and said one too many inappropriate things, you know, and boom. Okay? So anyway, enough about her. How you guys do? I mean, is it me? Is it me? But I know you have to deal with people, like I know that. And when I go into my single, basically what I'm going to talk about is that I think I said this before, when you sing for a long time, you kind of get set in your ways. And I never thought that I would be one of those people that's set in their ways, but I'm truly set in my ways, and I truly, my self-esteem, I say, oh, I could lose a little weight or my skin, but I'm pretty comfortable in my skin. I'm actually very comfortable in my skin, and it's very rare. I have moments, but it's very rare that I feel ever inferior to anybody else. I don't. I don't feel superior, but I don't feel inferior either. So I'm very confident in myself. I'm very comfortable in my skin, and I wasn't always. But I found that the more confident that I am, and the more comfortable with myself that I become, the less I care, or the less power I give over anyone else's negativity. So I have a tendency to come off as, kind of rough, but I'm not rough. I just don't, it doesn't affect me. I don't care. Like I don't care if somebody thumbs me down, or obviously if somebody says something to me and, comes up to me and says you're ugly or you're whatever, it's gonna probably make me madder, and then it's gonna hurt my feelings. It's not gonna really hurt my feelings because I'm gonna think, you know what, if you rolled up on me like that, then you must be ready to dance because why would you even do that? So, but I don't really get jealous. I don't really get, you know, let's put it this way. I think that the difference between jealousy and envy is one is that you don't want the person to have what they have. You want it, you covet it, and the other is that you wish you had it. And I can't remember which is which, but there are instances when I wish I had a nicer car, a newer car, not a bigger car, but a newer car. I say, oh, I wish, I had, I love the Scion TS. It's a little sports car, whatever. Um, there are also times where I might say, if I were taller or if I, whatever. But those are fleeting moments and they don't define me. They're just human, you know, frailties that we have. But when you're single, as long as I have been, you do have a lot of time to think about things and you don't really interact with another human being. You don't do that in that kind of dance with another human being where you actually, and this is a good thing, you actually lose a piece of yourself because you actually become one with that person. So in becoming one with that person, you lose a piece of your single self. And that's the way God meant it to be. But when you've been single as long as I have, and you really, you have that complete shell, that complete person, and it's kind of hard after a certain point to think that you got to give up some of that to be one, because it's almost like when you're younger, you're kind of developing. So when you meet somebody and you kind of grow together and you meld, it's a natural process. But when you're in your middle age and you've been single a long time and you kind of did all, a lot of the stuff that I've done, not on my own, because I told you before that God does everything for all intents and purposes without another human in my life to kind of push me. I've been kind of doing it myself. Then you kind of get where do I need somebody else for? This may change at some point, but I'm happy. I'm very happy where I am now. I'm happy that I'm able to experience my parents for as long as I'm able to. If I had another partner, if I was with someone, I may not have been able to do that. They may have had to be someplace else. And they may have had to be, you know, they wouldn't have as much of my time. I may not have had enough time to realize that I am, my faults and work on them because I'm kind of oppositional. I like to play devil's advocate. If somebody says it's black, I need for you to prove it. So, and that's not necessarily the most endearing quality in a relationship. The job spread crazy. But I'm working on it, like I said in my life lessons video, you gotta own your stuff. You have to own who you are and own your faults. And if you choose to work on them, work on them. If not, you gotta own. If you know you have a fault and you choose not to compromise and work on it to make others feel comfortable, then you have to own the reaction that you get for being that way. So if I'm going to be oppositional and it gets on everybody's nerves and they're kind of like, you know what, we don't want to talk to you, I either have to make a decision that I need to work on that, or if I want to say, you know what, I don't care, this is how I have to be, then I have to be okay with the fact that people are going to have this reaction to me over and over again. I don't want them to have that reaction. I don't think it's a positive thing. I think it has its place, but I think I've gotten so used to being by myself and being this way, I'm almost ornery. I gotta be one of those little ladies. I'm gonna have my wig on, but I'm gonna be like, what? Get off of here, But I don't want to be that way. I want to be peaceful. So it was brought to my attention. It's been brought to my attention that I'm getting worse. So, this is like a giant Reese's peanut butter cup. That's all I got to say. I'm like, I do this stupid dance almost in every video now. But anyway, 3 miles. Did I say that? Yes, I know. So that's what I got to chit chat about today. So I got to work on that, and I got to work on some other stuff quick because I only got till next weekend to not be nasty to this woman in her house. Because by right, you go to somebody's house, you're supposed to be nice, and I'm nice. It's just that after a while, I'm just like, really, go. That's how I feel. I'm like, no, I don't want any coffee. No, you didn't just wake me up at 6 o'clock. No, no. So, namaste. Have a great day.